Chapter 17. James. We just got to Montana for a show, but we are only here for 2 days, so no hotel room. Unloading the gear for the show, I see Down and Dirty's bus pull up, then hear Derek. Great. Don't worry about it, man. You are with us, I tell him, and he gives me a small smile. Why does he have to be my father? He is a dick. Derek whines, as I just laugh. Seth really is. We get our own dressing room here, and this is so cool. Can we sleep here tonight? Derek asks.
I like that idea,
Roxanne says, and I smile. Okay, I changed my mind. I don't want to share a room with you two. Derek jokes. You need a girl. Marcus laughs out. Not going to argue, he replies. We all just laugh as Crystal walks in.
What is so funny?
She asks. Nothing, Mom, Derek says, as he hugs her.
Why couldn't they put both bands' dressing rooms together?
She says with a pout. Because the tour was set for the guys, last year, I think. But for us, we are new. So this is the room they had open. I tell her with a smile.
Yeah, I know. It just sucks.
She says with a fake smile. Derek says with a baby voice, We are not babies. You can go over there with Michael. We just laugh.
Marcus is an adult, so it's not like we are alone,
Roxanne says. So what, I'm pretty much a babysitter? He laughs back. No, we are not babies. And you are paid to keep us safe, I say, and pat his shoulder.
That is literally what a babysitter does.
Crystal laughs. Not a baby, I say again, folding my arms.
You act like one sometimes.
My girl teases. I know she is only joking, but I just walk out the door. Crystal runs up behind me.
Sorry, James. I didn't mean to start anything.
It's whatever. I'll walk you back to my dad, then I'm taking a walk.
James, please.
She starts, but I cut her off. You don't need to walk around back here alone, so let's just go. I don't want to talk. I bark out as I walk faster. Fairly sure this tantrum is only proving Roxanne's point, but I don't fucking care. At Dad's room, I see Max, so I ask, Do you want to go for a run with me? Sure, but where is Marcus? He asks, and I glare at Crystal. I don't need a fucking babysitter. The hell with it. I'll go alone. Son, My dad starts, but I take off down the hall. I have no clue how far I ran, but after a 2-hour run, I feel better. By now, everyone should be at the stage, so I head straight there to find, everyone is here. It looks like Roxy was crying. I hate that I made her cry. I stop beside her. Are you okay? She doesn't answer. She just nods. Lie, I say, and walk to the stage as she and Derek follow. After our show, we head back to the room. I'm going out, Derek says, and looks at Marcus. That's cool with me, kid. He smiles, as they both look at me. I don't say anything, I just shrug, as I sit on the couch. After they both walk out of the room, I lock the door, since they both have a key.
I'm going to take a shower here, since we're staying on the bus for the stop,
Roxy says quietly. I hear the sadness in her voice, and I hate that. I really am being a baby at this point. Walking to the bathroom, I'm trying to figure out how to say sorry. When I get inside the bathroom, I hear her crying, and that breaks me. I strip down and climb in the shower with her. Pulling her close to me, I softly say into her neck, Baby, I'm sorry. She doesn't say anything or even move, so I move my hand to her hips and spin her. She won't look at me, making me annoyed, so I grab her thighs to lift her. She is trying so hard not to look at me, but she wraps her legs around my waist, so I kiss her neck. Still nothing. Are you really going to just ignore me? I say, then nibble at her ear. I feel her breathing catch, so I do that again. Still nothing, so I push Roxanne's back to the wall. How long can you keep this up? I tease, while moving my hand to her sex. As I rub her clit, I feel her shiver, making me smile. I know I'm getting to her. Slowly sliding my finger in, I can tell she is wet. Noticing just how turned on she is, I suck my girl's nipple into my mouth, making her arch her back to me. I know I'm torturing her with my finger, but I don't change the speed, as she finally lets out a moan. Still not going to look at me? I say playfully, but Roxy only shakes her head. Fuck, I'm torturing myself with this shit. So I slide her onto my hard dick as she looks at me. Oh, now I have your attention. I grunt out, moving in and out of her slowly, as she lays her head back on the wall and she moves her hands to my wet hair.
Faster,
is all Roxy pants. So I do. This feels great, but damn, it's hot in here, making it harder to breathe. When we both have our release, I set her down. As I try to catch my breath, I whisper, I'm sorry.
Me too,
She says, and gets out, so I follow. Roxy, please talk to me, I whine, as I grab her arm.
There's nothing to say, James.
So I walk to the couch to set. I am a baby, I pout, making her laugh.
Sometimes,
She says, while sitting on my lap. I guess she didn't get dressed either, since she is still in just a towel. Not saying anything, I pull her closer to me and lay my head back. Just as I'm about to doze off, I feel lips on my neck. Trying to act asleep, I don't react. Then I feel lips on my chest. My stomach. Fuck, what is Roxanne doing? I get my answer when her lips move to my cock. Seeing the huge smile she has when I look at her, enjoying yourself, I tease, as she slides me into her mouth. Ugh, baby, is all I manage at this point. We must have dozed off, since I get woke up by yelling. Looking down, Roxy is laying on me, still asleep, so I just listen. So what? You go around fucking musicians then? What the hell? I jump up and race to get dressed, when I hear Crystal yell.
It is none of your business what I do.
Swinging the door open, I see Seth pin her to the wall.
Get off of me!
She cries. Get off of her, Seth! I yell at him as Roxanne runs up behind me. Mind your own business, kid, he says, then turns back to Crystal. So I go up and push him off. Get in the room, I tell both girls. Roxy gets a hold of Crystal's hand and pulls her into the room as Seth pushes me back.
Roxanne, call Michael. I tell Crystal and head back to the door. No, sweetie, stay in here, she says, while grabbing my hand. I can't leave him alone. I start to cry, hearing the yelling. As I hear a loud thud on the door, I open it.
She is just a slut,
Seth yells, making Crystal cry. I spin around. Call Michael, damn it! I yell. Not paying attention, Seth pushes me and I hit the door. Everything happens so fast as James's face turns from annoyed to a level of pissed I have never seen. As I hit the door, he is right next to me. Leave me alone! Crystal yells. I'm fine, help her, I cry, holding my head. James runs to Crystal and rips Seth away from her, as he slams him to the ground. I don't even know how many times James hits Seth before I see Michael and both my parents come running. Mom sits down, pulling me to her lap, as the guys go to James. Seth isn't moving while Michael gets James off of him.
Stop, son, damn,
Michael says, trying to calm him, as Derek and Marcus show up.
Go check on Roxy, James,
Michael says. That is what it takes for him to stop.
What happened?
Derek asks, and runs to his mom. James all but sits in Mom's lap to get closer to me.
Michael, when I see James climb in Brittany's lap, I want to laugh, but I can't. Turning to Crystal, I see her clothes are ripped, and she is shaking. I sit on the couch next to her. What happened? I ask, as she cries into Derek's neck. I don't get an answer, though, before security shows up. What happened? One of them asks. We aren't sure yet. Jacob answers. One of them kneels in front of Crystal, and the other goes to Seth. I can tell he is in bad shape. James didn't hold anything back. I see someone sitting next to Brittany, talking to James and Roxanne. Ma'am, I need to check you out. Is that okay? The guy asked her. With no answer but a nod of her head, she sits up, still shaking. Okay, thanks. My name is Harold. Can you tell me your name? He is being so nice, and I am grateful. Crystal reaches over and grabs my hand, warming my heart a little. Crystal? She whispers. Okay, can you tell me what happened? Harold asks, but Crystal loses it and starts to bawl again. That is okay, Crystal. You don't have to. Answer right now. He turns to me. Are you her husband? No, boyfriend. Derek says. I'm her son. Okay, so she is in great hands then. I don't see any physical harm to her. When she calms down, we would like to get a report from her. Then stands and walks off. I just look at Derek. What, aren't you? He asks. We really haven't talked about it, I say, wondering why now that I was asked that. Derek looks at his mom, who is cuddled up to me almost in my lap. With a smile, he stands. She is safe with you, so I'm going to check on my brother, he says, making me smile. It's not till then that I notice a medic is wrapping his knuckles. I guess seeing the worried look on my face, Jacob walks over. So James busted his knuckles, but he will be fine. He said he heard the yelling, and after hearing Crystal's voice, he went out to check on her. Seth had her pinned to the wall, so he pushed him and told the girls to come in the room. He was trying to make him go away, but he wouldn't. Then he pushed my daughter, and James lost it. After he checked on Roxanne, he found Seth on top of Crystal trying to undress her. He said the last part so quiet, I barely heard him. James doesn't remember anything after that till you told him to check on Roxanne. So he doesn't remember wailing on Seth's face to the point of knocking him out cold? I almost laughed. Nope. Roxanne got hurt and nothing else mattered. As he put it, the medic didn't hold his laugh to that. We both just laughed. I even hear Crystal give a soft laugh. Fuck the bus, man. Get us a room. I tell Jacob. I agree. He tells me, and walks out of the room on the phone. He comes back a few minutes later. Patrick said give him 30 minutes. He says, thanks. Derek says as he walks over. So, James is going to teach me to fight, he says, and Crystal sits up. What? He says, smiling. By the way, where did he learn to fight? He asked me. I hate that I can't answer these questions about my son. I have no clue, I say, as I drop my head. No one taught me. I just spent a lot of time in their gym, James says, and points at Jacob. Why? Jacob asks. My house didn't have a gym. He laughs out. You never asked, son, or I would have got one. Nope, his gym had her too, he says, and pulls Roxanne to his side. We just laugh. James, I hate I can't play my guitar tonight, but the fans don't seem to mind. Crystal seems to be okay after what happened, and for that, I am glad. I really hope she's okay. Derek is so pissed, and he has a right to be. He is pressing charges on his father, and Jacob is also pressing charges. There is cameras in the hall that seen what happened, so Seth is screwed. Dad is donating money to this theater out of thanks, not only for the cameras, but also for being so nice. We decided to fly home after what happened to Crystal. Crystal and Derek have never flown first class before, so this will be cool for them. Derek thinks I'm weird because I keep asking questions about flying economy. This isn't the first time I have flown on a plane. We just always fly first class. Standing here waiting on our tickets, we start to get bored, so we pull out our computers to play the game. After forever, we finally get to board the plane. Crystal and Derek are so cute. looking around at everything. Finding our seats, Roxanne gets a blanket and cuddles up next to me like she always does when we fly. "So this is first class?" Derek asks, as he sits down on the other side of Roxy. "Yup," I tell him, and find a movie I want to watch. Just as my movie is ending, Roxanne wakes up. I didn't notice she was waking up until I felt her hand rub over me. I lean down to her ear and whisper, "So, what are you doing?" She smiles at me, then turns to see Derek is asleep. Looking back at me, she starts to unbutton my jeans. Once she is satisfied no one is watching. Sliding her hand in my boxers, I'm trying so hard not to make it obvious to what she is doing. Finding it hard to keep myself in check, I kiss her ear as I whisper, "Bathroom." At first she looks sad, but then understands I want us both to go, so she stands. Once we are in the bathroom, we start to undress each other. This bathroom is small, but still has enough room. I pick Roxy up, setting her on the tiny sink. The way she is sucking my neck, I will have a hickey tomorrow, but I don't care. Sliding in her wet sex feels so great. "You have to be quiet, baby, okay?" I tell her between kisses. Fuck, I think she needs to say that to me. This is just, wow, that even I'm having a hard time not being loud. At the moment, I wouldn't care if the whole plane heard me fucking her. Just as we are about to climax together, the plane hits turbulence and turns great sex into over-the-top, mind-blowing sex. When we walk out of the bathroom, I see Dad laughing. "So?" He chuckles, making Roxanne red. "Yeah, that was... Let's just say that plane trips will be way different from now on." I laugh out to him, as Crystal shakes her head with a smile. "Y'all should try that." I laugh to her, as I go back to my seat to find Derek awake, talking to Roxy about the movie both of them missed. Our first day home, we go to the mall. We walk around for hours, not buying anything, just having fun. As we set to get lunch, this girl walks up to us.
"Are y'all Faith Allen?"
She whispers, so quiet we barely hear her. Roxanne lowers her hat more as the girl adds,
"No, I'm not going to say anything, I promise."
"Thank you," I tell her, as Derek adds, "What can we do for you?" She doesn't say anything else, just slides a paper to Derek and walks away with a smile. "Okay, that was a first. What does it say, man?" I ask, very curious. Slowly opening the paper like it is a bomb, he turns it to me. The girl wrote her name and number on the paper, along with the hotel. "Derek, be careful, man, for real. There's a lot of fake people." I know I say that a lot, but it is true. I tell him again. "I will, man," he says, putting the paper in his pocket. We finish our meal and head home. Or me and Roxy head home. Derek goes to meet Stacy. Derek. As we leave the mall, I call the number. After the second ring, I hear,
"Oh my god, I didn't think you would call."
in an extremely high-pitched voice. Honestly, I didn't think I would either. I know this girl only wants to sleep with me because of the band. Not that it was hard for me to get a girl before, but now it just seems different to me. Like, girls don't even see me anymore. I don't even stick around anymore. I rush through the talking and go straight to the sex, then leave. This isn't what I wanted at all. I'm just like my father, and I hate that so much.
"So, do you?"
I hear, forgetting I was on the phone. "So, baby, I just wanted to call to let you know I can't tonight. I have plans. I just didn't want you to think I was standing you up, beautiful." I tell her, not in the mood anymore for sex.
"Oh, okay, well, that is so nice of you."
She tells me, "Sorry." I say again,
No, you have plans. It was so nice of you to call. Most don't even do that."
"Wow, most? Really? Now I'm glad I didn't want sex with this girl. Walking back inside the house, James and Roxanne look confused, but I just go up to my room without a word. As I lay on the bed, I hear my phone.
Thanks for being so nice. That does mean a lot. And sorry if I messed up y'all's time out.
Okay, why the hell did I call her from my phone? Not wanting a crazy fan on my hands, I blocked the number. Damn, I'm going to have to change my number in case she wants to try to give it out. Hey man, are you okay? James texts. Peachy, is all I say back. Did she stand you up? He asks. No, more like the other way around. I text him. Laying here thinking, I fall asleep with way too much on my mind.
Brittany, we are all so glad for this 4-month break. We all need it. Michael is helping Derek get his driver's license today. His birthday is in 2 months, so Michael wants to get him a car for his Sweet 16. James is having so much fun out riding with them. Jacob texts to say that James is a good driver and Roxanne needs work. I laughed so hard at that. Me and Crystal are going to work with her more without the guys. She was so mad that they kept picking on her. She wanted to come home. So we met at the mall and changed this to a girls' day for us. Crystal isn't used to being pampered, but she seems to be enjoying it. I know this is a huge change for them between their old life and the life they have now, but they are getting used to it. Derek faster than Crystal, but he is younger too. Crystal and Michael are getting a lot closer. I couldn't be happier for them. James and Derek are so happy for their parents. They even call each other brothers. James and Roxanne finally sat down and talked to us about them. We already knew, but for them to openly talk to us was nice. James said when they turn 18, he wants to ask her to marry him. Roxanne wears the ring a lot, and the look on James's face when she does warms my heart. I couldn't have asked for a better man for her. Faith Allen has a huge fan base all around the world, so Patrick is setting up for a world tour. The two bands will split up soon, so me and Crystal will be going with the kids sometimes, and sometimes we will go with the guys or just come home. We knew that Faith Allen wouldn't follow Matthew Richardson forever, so it wasn't a big surprise when Patrick told us. Crystal said that her and Michael have talked about one day having a kid of their own, and that is so cool, but they don't want to rush into anything, so that is still a ways out. They were worried of what the boys would say, but they got so happy. They both said the same thing for them to get married first. We all laughed so hard about that.
Derek. Michael brought me to the dealership to help pick out a car for Mom. Looking around, I see so many she would love, but when I see a candy apple red Mustang, I all but drool over it. Would you like to sit in the car? The worker that has followed me around asks. I just nod my head like a little kid. Sitting in the front seat of this car, damn, I want this. I wonder if I can buy this car for myself. God knows I have money. How much is this car? I asked the guy. I can't seem to remember his name, and I'm tired of asking. With a sad look, I'm sorry, son, but you have to be 18 or older with a driver's license to buy a car. Still sitting in the front seat, I look around the car. Would it be selfish if I got the car saying Mom would love it just so I can drive it? No, it wouldn't be, right? Who am I kidding? Yes, it would. Although, maybe Mom will like it, or grow to like it. So do you think this is the car? Michael asks, pulling me out of my head. I just give a weak smile. Fuck, I want this car. I don't know if Mom would like it, I say, looking down pouting. Who knows, maybe she will, Michael says, then adds, if she doesn't, we could always bring it back. Yeah, sure, I tell him. Hell, I would love to just drive this car, even if only for a day or so. Maybe I can get someone to take a picture of me in the car, and I will have a goal to get this car one day. When we get the car to the house, Mom loves it. That makes me sad and happy at the same time. I'm glad she likes it, but sad now I can't get it. Me and James take the car all the time. Mom has only drove the car a few times. She says I need the time driving, so she asked me to drive her. I love this car, so I don't fuss about getting to drive her around.